Hello, and welcome back to the arcade. My name is Sean, and here we are back at Hexport. Last time we had explored more of the space station, gotten a few contracts, and met a few people who were interested in joining our crew. And we're set and ready to go on our first expedition. We are maxed out on cargo. We do need a little bit more supply. We only have 4 credits though. And our rolls aren't the best, and I don't know if rolls are going to be important. Looks like we also have 1 point available. It takes 4 points or 2 points for these. So the question is, do we go one more day of running around getting money, or do we just jump into it? You know what? I say we go for it. How exactly do we go for it? That is not how we do it. Want that. Aha! A map. So that'll get us feed lines. That'll get us a bunch of money. This has risky, this is dangerous. I think we do Karstens and try to get it all in once. And then depending on how it looks when we come back, we might try to go and get that extra credit. Come on this mission. Do we take Junie? I don't trust her though. I do not trust this bitch. Oh man. She does have a cat on her keyboard though, so we're gonna take her. This is such a cool addition to the game. The Soloheim derelict fills the cockpit windows, all twisted plates and skeleton strutwork. You watch it in horror and fascination as Seraphine completed the approach, both of you silent in the presence of the decaying beast. Now as you settle beside it, Seraphine is the first to break the silence. This thing is already dead. He shakes his head. It's a corpse, Sleeper. He nudges the ship closer, looking for a place to dock. I touch this thing too hard, it'll crumble into dust. Let's not do that. Seraphine does a little mock salute. Aye aye, he rolls his eyes. Any other tips? Take us up there. That's the bridge. Ginny points towards one end of the ship, and both of you and Seraphine turn around, having forgotten she was in the cockpit. She hasn't said a word since you departed. She glances at both of you bemused faces. What? She looks away. Sorry, that's where we need to go. She stops pointing. Seraphine nods towards Junie. She's not wrong, Sleeper. The bridge would be a good start. To the bridge then, just to be safe. We have a mission. Like he said, if this thing falls apart, we're gonna at least get what we came here for. Seraphine nods and brings the ship under control. Let's do it. Seraphine takes control of the ship, avoiding the debris fields closer to the center of the wreck. He settles in position near a protrusion at the far end. This is as far as I'll go. Seraphin taps at the anchoring controls. We should be able to anchor the ship to those plates. You hear Junie begin to protest from behind you, but it is too late. Seraphin fired 2 piton-tipped anchor lines at the nearest solid hull plates. The pitons slam into the plates, and despite their solid appearance, they instantly shatter. The fragments spin out across the wreck, slicing into other plates and building a spiraling storm of debris. Shit! Seraphin nudges the ship back and steadies it as the debris cascades across the surface of the wreck. The damage seems mostly superficial, but it underlines just how fragile the derelict is. Let's not do that again. Junie glances between the two of you. The data core will be very fragile. We've got it, Seraphin snaps. He angrily unclips his seat. Last thing I need is a backseat driver. He kicks off the glides past her into the core area. Sorry, Junie. No problem. She smiles a sweet, weak smile. We all want the same thing here, right? We'll work it out. Do we? Do we want the same thing, Junie? You follow Seraphin down the passage, with Junie close behind. As you reach the airlock, he is already angrily suiting up, his frustration evident. Keep your cool. Seraphin looks up. Yeah, he glances at Junie. No hard feelings, right? He checks the seals on his shoulders. But this is a job, not a social event. The rest of the preparation process takes place in tense silence, each of you considering the delicate job ahead. You suit up too, though you don't need a helmet to breathe. You slide one on and lock the seals for protection. The wreck isn't going to give up its salvage easily. The core should be near the bridge, maybe even inside it. But there's a lot of wreck here, and there might be good salvage tucked away in the cargo hold. Once the suits are on, and the seals are checked, you cycle the lock and stare out at the vast expanse of the twisted hulk before you. Time to go to work. While on the contract, you will be able to assign 2 dice for each crew member as you would assign your own dice. Pay attention to the crew's skills and use them effectively. On certain outcomes, crew will take crew stress. When the stress is full, you will no longer be able to use them to perform actions. While on a contract, your energy bar will automatically be supplied for each cycle that you have available supplies. When your supplies are depleted, both you and your crew will take 1 stress per cycle. Contracts also have their own contract stress. When the bar is filled, the contract will fail. Good luck. That's cool. This is such a cool addition to the game. This is sweet. Okay. Derelict stress. A still decaying ruin. We have 1 stress until it already breaks. So... explore. We have the depressurized bay. And the corroded airlock. I say we go to the cockpit first. Do what we need first. Lock dissection. Engineering. That's gonna be me. Take longer, but cutting away the lock layer by layer is the safest way to make it through. Let's not force the lock. Oh, we got a new dice. Okay. I think we do a 4 here. I think we use the 4 here. Seraphin's gonna be fucking useless most of this. The 1 and the 2. Junie's got a 6 and a 3 though. Oh, do we gotta do multiple to get into the bridge? You fucking serious? Holy shit. Okay. That changes things. Oh, back here. This is 4. Let's focus on the front. You give me a 1. this is really gonna suck. Okay. Come on, good roll. Thank you. Locks layers of paneling come away piece by piece. Keep her up. Shit. Okay, that's just us stress. It's not stress for them. Say we try it. Crisis location. Hull breach. Fuck. I only have ones. Come on, 50% good. Thank you. Come on, 50% good. Push. Oh, that's cool. Okay, we'll have to use. We should have used that before we used the 2 for the 1s. Can you do anything? It's not gonna make that a 4. Okay. So then can you get us in here at all? It's intuition. No, you're literally only good at one thing. Oh shit. I really don't want to run the risk of making it worse. Okay. Good dice today. Okay, first things first. One of these 6s. Just seal. You use this to engage. Start. Okay. That did give us 2, and then we can go. God, please do not be negative. Okay, it's just stress. It's just stress. We can take stress. Stress is fine. Heck yeah, we're in. The bridge of the derelict lies silent. The pale beams of your suit lamps catch rows of terminals and clouds of glittering dust. Wires wave like seaweed, and the whole scene appears as if underwater. Chaotic, but still. Junie glides past you, disturbing the dust and taking you by surprise as she does. She has been a stoic presence so far. But in this moment... But in this moment, she seems drawn forward by some force of curiosity. You watch as she bats away debris and begins checking terminals. Let her work. She's already prying an access panel off one of the most intact-looking terminals, and as she does, puffs of rust color the vacuum around her red. Puffs of rust color the vacuum around her red. She turns back to the terminal and finishes prying off the plate. Then quickly she reaches inside, fishing around for something. Her hand comes back out with a waving cable topped with a thick connector. As soon as she sees it, she slips a keyboard-sized deck out from somewhere on her person. She runs her hand across the back until she finds the right port and slots in the connector. All of this happens in a few seconds, the routine practice and precise. It is hard not to be impressed. Not your first Solheim ship? She glances at you, a nervous look on her face. Does she think you are accusing her of something? She shakes her head and goes back to her work. Junie's fingers dance across the deck's keyboard and a burst of static light. It's up the Solheim terminal screen. The sudden burst of light and color takes you by surprise. Junie's fingers tap away the terminal screen, flashing blocks of color and lines of code. It buzzes and vibrates, its long-dead systems forced back into chaotic life. Then, all at once, it goes dark. The terminal is dead. Shit! Junie hisses under her breath. Useless! You cannot tell if the insult is directed at the terminal or herself. What are you doing? She looks up at you as if she was just waking from a dream. Looking for something useful, she pauses. Useful for the contract, that is. She glances down. A map of the ship. Plans, you know. The cradle with the data core can't be far. She pushes off the terminal, gliding away from you. I'll start looking, she calls back and heads to the other side of the bridge. Seraphim glides up beside you. Everything alright? What do you think of Junie? Kid? Seraphim shrugs. You know better than me. Keeps to herself. He squints at her retreating form. Seraphim stretches in his suit. I have to admit, it's nice to be back working. Especially now that we are the ones who will reap the benefits. He claps you on the shoulder. Feels good to be taking our fate into our own hands. I know it's pretty rough there, back on Hexport, and out here, we're just as likely to get shredded by debris as find the damn data core. But aren't you glad we made a break for it? He pauses and looks down, having asked the question almost by accident. I mean, I am. I just don't want to speak for you. I don't know. It's a lot. Sure, he looks away. I know that. Look, Seraphim checks his suit's wrist seals. Once we've got a bit of space behind us, once we've gone the distance, if we even manage to get that far, he furrows his brow. Don't feel you owe me. I'm no charity case. You want us to go our separate ways? Fine by me. You meet your eyes. Just do me the favor of telling me to my face. That won't happen. Seraphim nods, but doesn't respond. After a moment, he shines his torch out into the dark, checking the rows of terminals all across the bridge. You watch the glittering dust as it eddies in the beams. Seraphine sighs. Let's get to it. You watch as he crosses the bridge, his torch probing the dark corners. You feel a chill run through your body as you imagine the people that once ran this ship, the Soloheim crew, surely long dead. What was it like here before the collapse, when the system was the jewel in Soloheim's crown? It's impossible to know. That history is lost to you now. All you can do is pick what you can from the ruins. Okay, we're on the bridge. Data core collection. Okay, girly. Do your thing. Perfect. It is a 100% guarantee that it's positive, so we should be okay. And then how do we push? There it is. A 4. This is risky. Let's see what else we have as options. Anything he's good at? Endure. Clear cargo doors. Find access point. Or do we keep on? It's danger, right? Yeah, there's a danger there. Or danger here. This danger gets us onto our actual objective here, though. Thank God. It's just stress to us. It's stress to him. Okay. I'll take that. I'll take that all day. Let's go back to the ship and the cycle. Okay. You have taken a damage to a dice because of stress. When your dice are rolled at the start of the cycle, your stress indicates if you take damage or not. Higher stress means a higher chance of damage. White markers above the stress bar will tell you which numbers will damage your dice when rolled. Oh. Each dice has 3 dice health. Okay, that's new. That's very new. Ain't got time to worry about it though. Here. Stress. Okay. Heck yeah, it works for both of them. Hell yes. Okay. There's no stress here, so we're good. We're good for this. neither of us is really good at cracking this open. So we can finish this with her tomorrow. Let's go ahead and try. There is a chance of stress though. Those are some low dice too. I don't think I'm gonna use them. Well, shit. Let's do it. Ooh, at least we're in though. Oh. That's gonna be her all day. So we can't really do anything else, and we are gonna be out of supplies. We should have bought more supplies. Okay. Main objective. We can help. Okay. My bad, girl. I misunderstood what this was. So there's a chance, if you get negative, that you damage the core, but as long as you complete it before you fully damage it, you're fine. Well, in that case... I'll do one more. Data core extracted. You watch nervously as Junie glides the core out of the cradle. A large ball almost half your height in diameter. It glides up out of the framework that held it. Connections waving and loosing and cut. Waving loose and cut. Her breathing comes through the suit's comms, loud enough to be picked up, and it fills you with tense energy as you watch. Over the course of this job, you've seen Junie both focused and distracted, nervous and precise. But you have not seen her any more confident than in this moment now. She floats beside the data core, handling it with care and skill, as if it was the vast egg of some endangered bird. She glances up and sees you watching her, and you notice something unfamiliar in her eyes. Something you have perhaps seen in a passing moment before, only now it is no momentary lapse or change. It is set in place. You see determination. She guides the core a little away from you with one hand and at the same time comes forward, almost placing herself between you and her prize. And it does seem to be hers in the way she handles it, in possessive way she screens it with her body. We need to talk. The statement comes flat and deadpan. Any nervous tremble gone, right now. Junie. Okay. Sleeper. She takes a deep breath. I want to be honest with you, but I need to know you won't take this from me. Junie glances around the cradle defensively, but Seraphine is already heading back to the ship to prepare the cargo bay for the core storage. You two are alone. Tell me and we'll see. Fine. She folds her arm, but it's staying with me. Karsten doesn't deserve this treasure, Sleeper. Junie glances over her shoulder at the core. Do you know how many of these are left intact? She shakes her head. And all he wants to do is wipe it clean so he can use it to interface with Hexport. All that data, gone. So what do you want? I want to extract the data, to make use of it. You see some genuine emotion flicker in her eyes. She sighs. After extracting the data, the core will be unusable. There's a security system that will fry it if data duplication is attempted. I can delay the security response long enough to copy the data, but after that, she trails off. You've done this before. She looks down. Yes. She meets your eyes. This is why I came. Look at this place, Sleeper. She gestures to the cradle room, a dark and twisted cavern of long-dead tech. How many of these places are left? How many chances do we have to recover anything this old, this fragile? Like it or not, we live in Solheim's shadow, in their ruins. And yet we know almost nothing. What chance do we have of understanding how we got here, when others like them, like Stat and Conway, are descending on the system? I need this core. But what cost, Sleeper? She gestured around her. With this core, we can learn something about ourselves. We can learn our history and how this system was settled. We could better learn the technology we build our lives on. We could uncover Solheim's crimes and seek out to make amends. She looks at you with pleading eyes. We could see beyond survival towards something else. You've never heard Junie speak like this, and you realize what you have taken for nervousness was actually control. This, the person in front of you defending a decaying data core with their life, is the real Junie. But then you think of Lane, of the price he likely put on your and Seraphine's head, and the feed lines, without which leaving Hexport will be almost impossible. Is this even a choice? Listen, Junie, we need those feed lines. We have to leave Hexport. Seraphine saved our lives and got us out of there. We're taking it. The speed of your leap takes Junie by surprise, and in a moment you have pushed yourself between her and the core, sending her spinning to the side. You grab the core and guide it with you away from the cradle, halting yourself as you reach the wall with your free arm. Junie tumbles against the far wall, striking it loudly and crying out. I'm sorry, Junie. She shoots you a wild and pained look. She pauses, reaches up, flicks off her torch, and then kicks away from the wall across the room. In a moment, she disappears in the dark and is gone. Silence descends. You keep one hand on the floating core, waiting to see if she'll come back for it. Suddenly, you hear rattling down the passage and tense yourself. So I've set up a Seraphine casually glides into the room, but immediately stops, seeing you pressed against the wall with the core, and no Junie in sight. Where's Junie? What the hell happened here? Seraphine glances around. You explain to Seraphine as you both guide the data core back to the ship, keeping your eyes on the darkest packages, in case Junie should have returned. Seraphine mostly listens in silence as you explain how Junie wanted the data, and how the process would have destroyed the core. Though when you tell him how you wrestled the core off Junie, he does offer an impressed whistle. Some people, Seraphine huffs as he handles the core through a thin passage, always got their eyes on some big prize. Means they trip on the path in front of them. I knew I didn't trust her. What's good this core? He carefully maneuvers it through the door. If you don't have a ship to get off this wreck. She seemed confident. Impressive, really. Took us for fools. Could have had a backup plan. Seraphine guides the core out of the hull of the ship, tethering it to the guideline. You both take it towards the ship, ready to load on the board. None of our concern anyway. Includes Seraphine. This place is her problem now. As you guide the core up to the ship's cargo hold, you look down at the derelict and into the gaping holes of its hull, maybe hoping to see a flash of a torch light, something that might tell you where Junie has got to. You shiver at the idea of being marooned on this derelict, but then again, that's the risk you all take on a contract like this. You spare one last look, and there Seraphine calls you inside. What's done is done. Oh, man. Doesn't look like it's gonna matter. Let's get out of here. It's been quite a journey back to Hexport. It has been a quite journey back to Hexport. While the contract was a success, the knowledge that Junie may be stranded on the derelict has been eating away at you. You aren't sure if Seraphine is thinking the same thing. You look over at him, but his face betrays nothing as he completes the landing protocols. I knew I didn't trust her. I knew she was gonna try to fucking take it. Oh. Stay silent. You decide not to break the silence. Your thoughts turn instead to the cord and hold the feed lines they will grant you. Now take it out of here, and not a moment too soon. Junie, wherever she is, can't stand in the way of that. And with that, we make it back, starving, hungry, and with the core. But sadly having to leave Junie behind. Because after all, we're on the run. We need to get off this port. Put more distance between us and those that hunt us. If you're still here, please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for coming to the arcade. Have a great day.